In what will probably come as a shock to none of you, I gotta say, I really enjoyed Rob Zombie's The Munsters. Guys, it's Nick at the Lost River Drive-In, and tonight we are doing a review for Rob Zombie's The Munsters. It just dropped on Netflix today. You guys are watching this the next day. I'll be dropping this on Wednesday because the Halloween Ends final trailer also dropped yesterday, so I wanted to do this video the following day. Now, if you can't tell, I'm really leaning into the Munsters aesthetic with this green lighting and these spooky decorations behind me, except it's kind of how my family room always is. So maybe this movie was right up my alley from the beginning, and I'm here to tell you it was. The Rob Zombie's The Munsters serves as a prequel slash reboot to the 1960s property that was very popular. The show was very popular. Everybody knows the theme. You hear it around Halloween every single year. Rob Zombie is a noted super fan of The Munsters. He's got an entire room in his house full of props and memorabilia. So this seemed right up his alley, right? I think most people, when they heard that Rob Zombie was taking on a Munsters movie, they thought, oh, well, that's kind of perfect. But is he going to make it PG-13 or even R? Is he really going to take this property and adult it up and make it to where children can't watch this movie? Then it comes out that it's PG and people go, well, I don't know about Rob Zombie doing PG. So I guess right from the top, what I'm getting at is none of you can be happy no matter what he does. So if this is not for you because you don't like Rob Zombie, then you're probably not going to like this review. But guess what? I'm going in and I'm going in hard. Dry. Bite the pillow. So in typical Munsters fashion, we follow Lily and her father, the Count. And Lily is dating. She's trying to find her partner. She's trying to find some action in her life. Someone that makes her tremble with fear and love all at the same time. And then we have Dr. Wolfgang, who is played by Richard Brake, and he creates from body parts a man, kind of Frankenstein's monster-esque Herman Munster. Lily sees Herman Munster, falls in love with him. The Count hates Herman Munster, thinks he's an idiot, and doesn't want Lily to marry him or be with him or even associate with him. Well, they get married and they move to Los Angeles, California, where they finally reside at their classic home on Mockingbird Lane. And that's really the story of this movie. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There really isn't a lot else there. So, first and foremost, I gotta say, guys, this movie is absolutely perfect for the Halloween season. Rob Zombie is a guy that has a very great eye for settings and backgrounds and sets. I mean, he can create a gorgeous set. And I don't think I've ever seen a Rob Zombie movie have as good a sets as this one. Lords of Salem comes close, but the sets in this movie absolutely ooze atmosphere. I mean, all over the place. It's all over the screen. You can't miss it. I really think that from the castle, exteriors, interiors, the way they play with, you can tell that a lot of these are on a soundstage or that they're just built sets, but it feels so much bigger than it actually is. And he really does a great job with the set dressing. I think that from the cobwebs to the candles to the skeletons to whatever it is, it's just a Halloween atmosphere to a frickin' T throughout this movie. Secondly, I really enjoy the acting in this movie. And oh my god, I know, right? That's freaking crazy. What, Rob Zombie? Sherry Moon Zombie? Acting does not compute. Hold on. Okay, Jeff Daniel Phillips as Herman Munster is actually quite funny, and he's endearing in his own way. Daniel Roebuck as the Count, I thought he was really good too. I thought his disdain for Herman and the kind of back and forth that they have, and as the movie progresses to where Herman becomes wise to it and starts cracking wise at him back, is really enjoyable. And I gotta give it up for Sherry Moon. One of her better performances, period, I think. She really hams it up. See, that's the thing that a lot of people in this movie did really well. They knew what kind of movie they were in, and they played to that. They didn't try to go, okay, well, we're taking this property from the 60s that was very campy and cheesy. Let's make it a very gritty, dark, realistic, serious touch and approach to it. No, they hammed it up. I mean, Sherry Moon is talking like this the whole movie. That's my impersonation. Not great, but What I'm saying is it's like kind of perfect. And I feel like a lot of her facial acting is like really on point in this movie. Say what you will about the voice, whether you think it's annoying or it's too hammed up. I love her facial acting in this movie. There's actually quite a funny sequence where she goes on a date near the beginning of the movie and you're having like second hand cringe and awkwardness for her because as the viewer you're watching it and you're like, this is super awkward, and her facial acting is really, really good there. You really buy it, and it ends up getting even crazier. It's just funny. I really did enjoy it. The way that they get to Los Angeles, there is a lot of meandering around in the middle portion of the movie. I would say that the middle portion, there can be a little bit of a lull here and there, and that would probably be my only downfall to this movie. I think the first act and the third act are actually quite strong. The second act has good elements, but there is a little meandering in there. But how they get to LA is pretty unique. It's nice that, I mean, spoilers, but whatever. You know, spoiler warning if you haven't seen it. Basically, her brother Lester, right before she marries Herman, convinces Herman to sign over the deed to the castle to him, so then he can go sell it to another lady and get a bunch of money, and they are forced to move. And once they exhaust other options and find out, well, there's nothing we can do, we have to move, we're going to be evicted. So they're like, let's go to LA because we'll blend in right there. You know, hey, we're creepy and freaky, and, you know, they're seeing stuff on TV and they're like, oh, we'll fit right in. And they don't, surprisingly, right? Go figure. But it is a nice, like, kind of cute way to get there. Now, as far as, like, everything else goes, the sound design, the music, the score, I really, really dug it. I really, really did. I thought the sound design was particularly strong in this movie. And I don't know what these trailers were about, guys, because they made these trailers look like a promo for a sitcom that would have taken place during that time, which I guess is fine because that's the source material, but like, it did not do the movie justice. There were scenes in the trailer that are, you know, in the movie and you're like, this looks totally different. And it does. The trailer was intentionally cut a certain way. The movie does not play that way. So if you watch the trailers and you were like, oh my God, this looks like really low budget, it's really not actually. It's just a weird choice in the marketing machine. And I feel like they probably regret that because it did get a lot of people to go, I'm not going to watch that. And it's a shame because the movie plays out so much better than those trailers did. I mean, night and day. And I'm not even exaggerating. I really do think it is night and day. So weird decision there, but I like the sound design. I really like the acting, the sets. Mockingbird Lane's recreation was gorgeous. I thought it was awesome, and the fact that that was all practical and they built that entire street in, I think, Budapest is just kudos to Rob Zombie. I don't know what the budget was for this movie, but it is nowhere near as small as people were wondering when they saw the trailer. No, it's actually looks pretty good. I've got to give credit too as well. I always give credit to Rob and his movies, whether I like his movies or not. Before you guys watch this and you go, oh my God, you're just a Rob Zombie fanboy, you'll like anything he does. Well, that's not true. Not a big fan of 3 from Hell. Really not a big fan of 31 at all. It's my least favorite movie of his. And Lords of Salem, very strong until the end. And Rob Zombie's Halloween, the first one. I don't like the entire first half of that movie. So, not like I need to defend myself, but I just wanted to say I'm really not that fanboy crazy for him. But what he does with this movie is just, it's so faithful to the source material. It's genuinely funny at parts. It's family friendly. There's some adult innuendos. The Count is reading a Playghoul magazine, which was actually really funny. There's some nice little like wink and nods in like in the backgrounds and, you know, in the foregrounds of shots and stuff that I thought were super, super cool. There's funny signs like, you know, keep out, we're tired of hiding all the bodies. Like, there's some really good stuff here. But my point was that I was getting to is that Rob has an eye, man. He has an eye for directing. There's some great shots in this movie. Great camera work of going like, you know, kind of rotating like this and, you know, spinning around. I don't know what the fucking technical terms are, but if you watch it, it'll really catch your eye. You're like, wow, this is actually some pretty nice camera work. And I mean, like, duh, Rob Zombie has shown throughout his career he is good with that, but you just wanted to block that out because you just don't like him, and screw you. Yeah. But guys, overall, I really, really enjoyed the Munsters. Now, let me say, if you are not a fan of Rob Zombie's work, that's totally fine, because this movie is very family friendly and very different. If you are a fan of Rob Zombie's work, a lot of the things you like about Rob are still here. His attention to detail, his camera work, it's all still there. And he has a very visual style. I want to see this man direct more, and especially more mainstream things like this that are more accessible to a larger audience, because I really, really do think that this guy is a very talented director, and he, maybe needs to branch out a little bit and not do such raw stuff all the time. Although I do like it, I'm just saying. If you're a fan of the source material, I think you're going to find this really faithful to it in style, in tone, in aesthetic. If you're a fan of Halloween movies, the time of year and fall, it's absolutely dripping with atmosphere. I mean, it absolutely oozes atmosphere from start to finish. I think that was it's visual eye candy. I mean, I guess that's the way I can put it is. It is literally just so enjoyable to look at. And I loved it for that. I watched it on Netflix. I am going to buy it on Blu-ray. I am very excited to own it. I'm very excited to put this into my yearly rotation for October movies, because I really, really, really think it's solid. So, guys, if I was going to rate the Munsters, I'm going to straight up give it a 4 out of 5. And I said what I said. And I don't really care if you guys don't like that. I love you guys, but yeah. 4 out of 5. So thank you guys so much for watching this review of Rob Zombie's The Munsters. If you guys haven't seen it yet, check it out on Netflix now. If you bought it on Blu-ray or are thinking about buying it on Blu-ray, do it and watch it now. I think it is a great fall movie full of atmosphere and some genuinely funny moments, and it's lighthearted and it's fun. So let me know down below in the comment section what you guys thought of Rob Zombie's The Munsters. Leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and this is Nick at the Lost River Drive-In, and I am pulling out.